we are on, and it is a beautiful team there. Don't you know? All right, we are live here on At the Round Table. I'm that guy, Kerry Digsby, guy behind the board who had that computer trouble about two sessions ago.
What computer trouble?
Yeah, we live and direct. I don't know what you're talking about. I plead fifth. What's going on, family?
Hey.
To my right, to my left, y'all.
It's your girl, Melissa Pitbull in the dress. What's up?
Woo. Man, Adrian Biddle, aka A Money.
A Money. If you don't know why,
he said he don't know why.
We're still working on that, y'all. This thing is developing. It is ever evolving. It's organic.
It's organic.
Yeah, what's going on, family? How y'all doing?
Doing good. Had a great weekend. Had my husband's family reunion, mega reunion. If anybody tell you that over 20 Black people can't get stuff together, they lied. This mega reunion had a total of 400 something people over 3 days. So beautiful time. They went back 4 generations and had different branches of how each sibling of my husband's great grandmother multiplied. And it was a beautiful thing to have that many people, that much family in one place. So I am tired because, when you party and eat well, takes you a while to recover.
This is true.
This is very true. So Charlie 2 says, hello.
Hello,
Hey,
Charlie.
She said, wow. So she's hearing what you're saying. So yeah, Charlie, she's been traveling. She's been doing her thing.
And Charlie, inbox us your information too.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we got to get this packet to you. What you won as being one of our favorites.
And we appreciate the share again. We're going to touch on that in a moment, but we appreciate the share. We saw what you did.
Yeah,
Yes.
Thank you. Lord Jesus, look at here. We got Tammy Lawrence on the line.
Hey,
Tammy. Man, oh man, good to see you, sis. Thank you for joining us on At the Round Table podcast. Share with everybody right now. You skipped mine a lot. Okay, so hey, Charlie, do we need to give you an email to send that information to? Let us know, because we, like I said, we want to get this to you.
Yes.
Definitely, we want to get this to you. What else is there? I'm just surprised that Tammy is on here.
Yeah, that is shocking.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Yeah, do me a favor, y'all. If you get a chance, if you're on here right now, checking us out, go and share this with some people right now. Tell them to join us right now on the podcast, the Facebook Live, because we're about to drop a topic that is going to be a burner. And we want everyone that comes on here to follow us as well. Our goal is to get to 1,000 by Friday.
Yes.
So
Friday. And we are live on IG. So we are at the Roundtable Show on Instagram. So for all of our younger people, get on. Let's go.
Shouts out to Jeremiah Holt up there in the Washington State area. Thank you for joining us, bro.
Welcome.
My brother. Thank you. Oh, Charlie, my bad. She said she skipped her reunion. Oh, don't skip the family reunion. Don't do that. Why you do that? Oh,
You might have found your cousin Pete.
that is what's up.
So, A Money, you got some exciting news about the podcast. What's going on? What's new and upcoming for us?
Yes. They're quiet. Did you get put on the spot?
It's a little awkward. Okay.
The Queen
City Awards. Thank you for that. Thank you for that lead in. Queen Cities Awards. They're taking nominations right now for different categories from media, podcasts, and of course the podcast is one of the main things we want to focus on. So we ask of everyone again to take time out. We know, Charlie, you already on it, and vote for us for podcast of the year. Again, greatly appreciate the support. And as we noted on the Facebook page, hey, y'all run this show. It's about you, the people, Only thing we do is just stir the drink and allow y'all to actually take the conversation to where you want to take it to.
Absolutely, absolutely. So once you go to the link that is on the page, it's going to open up. You need to scroll down. You'll start seeing the different categories. Feel free to nominate anyone that you know that fits those categories. We're just asking that you put in at the roundtable for the podcast of the year. We thank you in advance.
Yay, that's what's up. So Charlie Tuesday, she is sharing as we speak.
That's what I'm talking about, Cheryl. That's why you getting that gift.
That's right.
That's right. So with that being said, I mean, people are starting to come on right now. We got the comments. Thank y'all for joining us on At the Roundtable. If you get a chance, again, follow us on Facebook at the Roundtable. Follow us on Instagram if you're watching from Instagram as well. Our goal is to make the numbers go up because it's not ours. It's what kind of podcast?
It's a people's podcast.
Boy, you better say it like you mean.
We got some IG people on today. And speaking of Queens Awards, we got to shout out Miss Socialite for small business.
Miss Socialite.
So if you know, shameless plug about our friend, our queen, our sister, small business award. Put Miss Socialite in there for that award. She is truly working hard with different local businesses and people, getting them started, getting them out there, getting them promoted. She is the bomb. So she is at Miss Socialite on IG and I believe also on Facebook. So make sure you shout her out.
Congratulations.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So family, looking at the time, the topic that we are going to talk about today. Oh my goodness!
I thought you was about to throw some bars. Looking at my rollie, it's about that time.
I don't want to go there on you. Might show my age. Might be a new endeavor. I got 15 jobs as it is. I don't need that one.
It would be his MC name. That would be funny.
Okay, yeah, that's a contest. Okay, so if I was dropping bars, what would be my MC name? Let's see what they say.
Share Disney.
AKA GOAT, grayest of all time.
Grayest of all times.
Okay. So, today's topic, y'all, I thought it was kind of interesting. How did we come up with this topic anyway? Because it seemed like either it's just thrown in our lap or.
It was something that sparked it, and off the top of my head, I can't even remember it. But I think it'd be a barn burner. I'm kind of excited about it.
I got some insight on it as well.
So. Ooh, insight. We like insight.
Yes.
Okay, so with that being said, and before we even say that, let me do a shameless plug as well. Shouts out to Kamisha Ebron. She's got a play that's going on Saturday, September the 28th. It's called Temptations. It's going to be dope. She's hit me several times about it. And she does phenomenal plays as well, and they're all spirit-led. So I definitely want to shout her out in regards to it. So if you get a chance, visit Facebook, go to type in Temptation. It's an inspirational comedy play, and you'll see it. You can get your tickets right now. It's going to be a real big production. So the topic. And of course, while we're doing this, we're going to be getting shout outs to everybody because we, again, are the people's podcast. So, insight. Sis says she has insight about this. And I think this is going to be one for the masses. I think this is going to be a battle between the sexes. And I hope so. I really do because I think.
And it's two different points.
Two different points. What's tonight's topic?
Tonight's topic is when you settle in a relationship, does it affect your money?
Dun, dun, dun.
The money, honey.
The money.
So once again, when you settle in a relationship, does it affect your money?
So, don't be scared. Chime in.
Yes.
Y'all too.
I'm saying yes.
Okay.
I'm saying yes. I think the type of settle that you do has a greater effect, in my opinion, when you are just dating or living with someone. Old folks call it shacking. It's a different type of investment financially.
Okay.
I think once you're engaged, there's a little more of a commitment to that investment. And then definitely when you're married, you know, what's mine is yours on, you know, what's mine is mine, what his is mine. That's how I feel. No.
I told you. I knew it.
I'm just joking, but I feel like I feel like you have a different expectation. You start like looking serious at you know what it is and what your partner does and how they spend money and all those things. You probably could take it a step back to when you're engaged too. Like so one of the male point of views is that he said he'd rather be single and dating because he spent less money than when he was with his significant other, because you have more of an expectation when she need gas, going eat, like basically the things that is needed. There is no going to nobody else. She coming to you first. So he said that he feels like he had more money when he was out there just taking this chick on a date or whatever versus having someone. Now he's not complaining about her, but he definitely feels that there's more of a financial commitment with his significant other now than when he was dating around.
Okay.
Interesting.
Charlie Too's just chimed in and said, y'all always picking topics I love discussing. I think selling does, but cohabitation unequally kills relationships too. Interesting.
See that.
Sean Latta, thank you for joining us on the RoundTable podcast. Wow.
Sean?
What's going on, man? Share this with everybody. Let them know. The topic of tonight is, when you settle in a relationship, does it affect your money? That's some good points. Sis, drop some.
She did.
Drop some interesting ones.
Yes, very good one.
Brother said he'd rather stay single and rich.
He didn't say you want to stay. He said he just noticed.
He just knows.
That's why I ain't saying no names. You like to get people in trouble.
What? I just said, bro.
You just no. You talking about? He said he'd rather stay single.
Oh,
he didn't say he want to stay single.
Okay,
he said he noticed.
He noticed.
Noticed.
That it's that he's acquiring more wealth by just meeting young ladies and once in a while going out and enjoying their company rather than settling down and being with a wife who always needs gas, her hair done, those nails.
So do you take care of that?
What?
So is there a budget household? Like you be around married couples, so everybody does their finances different.
Right.
Most women, like their job, if they're working and they're contributing to the household, there's their little pot that takes care of like their personal stuff, like their hair, their nails, that doesn't come out of the household budget. Then I have some married couples where their budget is their budget. Everything goes into the pot and everything comes out accordingly. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know I don't know which way I like better, honestly. I'm a person that I'm like, I'll take care of this. I don't need that to come out the house. I need the house to be the house. Right. I'll take care of my nails. I'll take care of my hair. Don't worry about that. But then it's kind of nice to have it done too. Like, it's there, it's accounted for. You don't have to worry about it. So as a woman, I like to be able to say, you know what, I ain't gonna get that feeling this week. I'm gonna get that bag this week. So I like to use my money, maybe move it around for other stuff. So that's my only drawback from that being a part of the budget.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you want to chime in? Oh, Charlie Two's and chime in. Go ahead.
Go ahead and let Charlie.
You sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Charlie dropping knowledge. That's why we love Charlie too. She said, assuming roles with conversation about how to apply financial conversations is the problem. Folks playing wife hubby is the issues, in my opinion. Oh, so she said y'all playing and ain't paying. All right, I like that, Charlie. Let me go ahead and say hashtag hand clap. Insert here.
You just typed that like an old man.
I sure did, because I am.
You are not. You are not.
But yeah, that's kind of interesting though. People playing.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Adrian, please Expound, man. Show us that wisdom.
Yes,
You
A
that's why
Money.
we call you A Money.
Hey, money, talk about the money.
You come with it. Bang. Hey,
Yeah,
that's why we call him A Money.
yeah.
Bang.
Well, talk about what we were talking about leading up to this conversation
Okay.
and how it dealt with women taking care of the household.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you got, I hate to say,
Uh-oh.
gentlemen of working age at home still
Doing nothing.
Like you were saying, eating bowls of cereal, going through this whole box in one day, playing video games. Now, I would think that would take a toll. Matter of fact, I'm curious about, and this is no judgment zone. I'm curious because I know that would affect the income of that household. But
Right.
what is it that allows a woman to deal with that or want to deal with that?
With her significant other or her son?
No, we're talking about her significant other.
I don't know. I think
There's
that
some out there.
absolutely. I think that, and it's funny, my daughters and I had this conversation because this will probably get into another topic, maybe one show, how we as women have switched the roles and we are babying our sons and making our daughters more independent.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that some mothers of sons, especially if they haven't had a significant other in their life from the beginning, that son winds up taking at some point that significant other role. And nothing weird. I'm just saying they become very dependent on them for companionship. We as women are nurturers. We love to take care. We have been designed that way. We're wired that way. So now, not only are you taking care of your baby, you're taking care of your companion. So they start seeing or having more tolerance for that man to sit around and do nothing. Now,
that's an interesting dynamics right there.
I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't. You need to work. I don't care if you cutting grass. When I get up, unless you worked all night, you need to be getting up and leaving with me.
You coming in, seeing me eating a bowl of cereal, going to town, and milk dripping down the side of my lip over here.
That's why society messed up. Because these women have those who take care of their man. If that's what you want to do it. But I can't. I can't.
What say you, public?
So Tiffany Childs,
MC Public. There you go. That's your name.
MC Public. No, I don't like that one. I don't like that.
Okay, hey Tiffany.
Tiffany Childs Gillespie. Thank you, Tiffany, for joining us at the round table. She said, definitely. When I was single, I had more money in my checking and savings. Family financial issues on his side affects my pocket now too. My family now feels slighted because his family has younger persons trying to get themselves established, and we don't have that in my family. So my family feels as if more of my income is contributed to my relationship. Interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. That's a different take.
Very different take.
Wow.
Philip Crowder just joined us. Thank you, Philip, for joining us on At the Round Table. That's interesting. I like that analogy too, yeah, because we talked about that as well. There's so many different ways we can go with this in regards to quote unquote settling and then the money, especially when we've seen it, we've heard it. You got a sister, she comes home, she done worked hard, she maybe she's a nurse, or maybe she works 9 to 5 as in an office setting. She comes home and Craig laid up on the couch that she bought, got on them gray sweatpants.
Shout out for the sweatpants. Like, nah.
I knew she was gonna do this. Got the footies on with the hole in the little toe, little pinky toe or whatever sort. He's eating the last bit of Cocoa Puffs. Yeah. Ain't bought no milk. Playing Madden, talking about, yeah, man, I got this. Oh, hey, baby. Yeah. And she's like, mouth drops. Frustrated. But
that's what she allowed, though. I can't feel sorry for you. That's what you allow. And everybody has a moment when they're down. Everybody has a moment. Sometimes the phone isn't ringing. But, even when it comes down to you not working, my husband may not ask for update to say, well, what did you do today? But I feel like I just say, hey, I did this, I did that. or hey, I did this lead, I had a lead on this. Just, I'm waiting for them to comment back. Just because I never want you to feel like, oh, she got comfortable. She's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when our babies were younger,
Mm-hmm.
we made a conscious decision to say, hey, you know what? We don't want our daughter in daycare. And then the second one, you stay home. I've been working since I was 15, on and under the table. Okay.
Right.
So that was an adjustment for me in itself. But I did it for 5 years for the sake of my family. And we made that adjustment in our household and our bills. And once I started working and getting established down here in Charlotte, I was like, hey, and our kids in our house, and we flourish, you get some new furniture. You start seeing when you got a little money around the house, I think you have to have the same financial objectives. You have to have the same kind of methods, or come to a meeting where you can create your own that both of them can blend.
There you go.
Anybody who is happy and satisfied with where they are last year to be there this year, that might not be the person that you feel that you can go further with.
Yeah.
Good point. Oh yeah, they coming in now. Shouts out Miss Biddle, Felicia Biddle. Thank you for joining us at the roundtable. Terry Digsby, thank you for joining us at the roundtable. So Charlie just chimed in and said, nope, I have moved out and thrown out folk because I am not a hobosexual.
Woo woo!
LOL. I'm telling you.
She's not a hobosexual.
Hobosexual.
That's all right.
Homosexuals are strong. Charlie, homosexuals are so strong these days, and they're like the majority of that demographic is men. What is going on?
Oh, okay. All right. I told you this was going to be interesting today.
They play the lady so they can have some place to live. Like, what in the world?
But now, getting back on what you were talking about just now, I'm not even referring to the ones that's just down and out. Everybody goes through a season like that where,
yes,
they just need help.
Right.
I'm talking about the ones that don't even look or effort to try to better themselves.
Right.
I done heard stories of girls riding around their boyfriends in their car, and having to stop and over their parents' house and ask for gas money.
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff I'm talking about.
Yeah. Or he feel like, okay, this is from the Hood Chronicles. So there was a young lady I know of, had the same situation. He was not nothing, as my grandma used to say, just breath in the pants. That's it. And
what?
Yeah. Boy, she be dropping some jingles, some jewels.
So he wanted to contribute. So guess what he did? Yes.
I'm gonna go.
He goes to the food bank and bring in groceries to the house. That was his contribution. Not getting a job, not saying, let me see what I can do to help her out with bills.
Right.
So he felt like that because he went to the food bank and brought in groceries that he was contributing. That's page 103 in Hood Chronicles.
Okay, I'm gonna try to chime in on this one right here, but I can't touch this one. Look like people are coming in and laughing. Charlie said, "Nope, that is damn ridiculous."
Yes, yes, Charlie, yes. Woo!
Shouts out to Latosha Carson. Latosha, happy belated birthday, sis. She had a birthday party this weekend. I missed it due to family situations and I messed up back. Sis,
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, fellow Leo right here.
Yeah. All these Leos in here, so I had to shout you out. Otherwise, I would be remiss and in trouble by you. So,
boom.
Happy birthday, sis. Latosha, join us on this conversation at the round table. The combo topic is, when selling in a relationship, does it affect your money? And we've got several branches that are going on, from basically when you get married versus when you're single, to bruh sitting on the couch eating the last Cocoa Puffs with gray sweatpants, ain't got a job, but he can go up there to the food bank and bring home 2 sacks of groceries that has some bread and government cheese. That's what's going on.
Woo!
Charlie 2 just said, unless the pipe oh Jesus, I can't read this right here.
Charlie. I don't even need him to finish it out loud. I'm sorry. That might have you in a daze for a minute, but I'm telling you.
I got this. Charlie said, unless the pipey lane comes with a check, that ain't cutting it.
Boom.
That's a boss right there who just spoke, y'all.
Yes.
Dang.
Charlie said, hey, Leo ladies run it. Yeah, that's right, because she's Leo as well. I forgot. Thank you, beautiful kings and queen. Latosha said, she said 8-9 Leo all damn day.
Boop, boop.
She said, oh, okay, I got you, Latosha. Latosha just let us know about the pop-up shop coming on this Friday and Saturday. Latosha, hit us with the address information and stuff so I can go ahead and blast that thing out and tell everybody who's listening right now. So tell us, what do you think about the settling thing? Y'all chime in. Because Charlie just laid down the gauntlet.
She's been killing it.
She said, I don't care if you, I ain't gonna say it because it's a family show.
So how y'all feel about women though? How do you feel about? I'm just gonna say it. How y'all feel about lazy women?
Oh well, you ain't said nothing, Craig. Hold on.
How y'all feel about lazy women?
Lazy women.
Lazy women. Not only is she not working, you coming home, ain't no dinner, ain't no laundry, and she might have taken her head wrap off. She might not. She might still have on pajamas when you left.
Come on.
How y'all feel about lazy women?
You better say about them doggone footies. Don't talk about footies. She got on the bunny slippers.
Her bunny slippers.
Oh, gee. Get out. No, I'm scared.
Ain't nothing smoking in the kitchen.
Nothing smoking in the kitchen. You come in and open up the oven like, well, maybe I just missed it.
Ain't even
you do like this to try to wash. Maybe she cooked and put it in the refrigerator. Yeah. Nah. So I mean, how do y'all feel about that?
That's a deal breaker.
That's a deal breaker.
That's a deal breaker, man.
I can't do it. Give me some.
Give me some. Can I get a turkey sandwich with a little bit of tomato on top?
Shout out to my husband. I didn't cook today, but we got some lasagna in the refrigerator.
She said, I prepped for this day. That's a queen right there, y'all. Okay, so Terry just said, when CJ and I started living together and up until Callie was almost 9 months, CJ took care of the bills and I took care of the cleaning and the baby. That is a what?
Collaboration.
That's an agreement.
That's an agreement. That's a partnership. That is beautiful. But Charlie just said, see, the abuse of the food bank is not contributing to the house unless your situation meets that need.
Right.
You're dropping it.
It wouldn't meet that need if you got a job.
Oh.
Charlie said, I call it BS. Pretty don't pay no rent either.
Here you go.
Yeah, and what I would think that a lot of people would hate is if the young lady started off doing
and stop.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
She got in. She did what she needed to do to get in.
Exactly.
And then when she got in, she said, I'm good.
Yeah, that would be messed up for her.
Latosha said lazy woman needs to step it up. 86 bonnets and hair wraps. Terry just said, when I started to get back into my career, we started to split the bills and I asked him to help with the cleaning, but I still cook most of our meals.
Fine.
Cool. Partnership. That's how it is. Charlie said, I have no cut cards. Unless you're disabled, we're both able to contribute. Latosha just said, if you don't set the home for your man to come home, then why would you expect him to be happy at home?
He ain't coming home.
I'm about to get up on that one. I'm about to get up on that one.
Better say that one again. Say that one again. Say that one again.
Hey,
hold on, I'm going down the aisle.
Hey, out of church on this number.
How the song say, reward.
He said, if you don't set the home for your man to come home, then why would you expect him to be happy at home?
That's right. That's right.
So, wow. Boy, it's getting hot in here. Uh-oh, Philip. Philip done came into the
come on, Philip.
Philip said, collaboration seemed to be a challenge to find for the single people these days.
Speaking of that.
Okay, here we go. What?
Speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up, Philip.
Yes.
Now I'm about to switch it back to the women.
Okay.
So I heard, I'm leave this person nameless, that the reason why they put up with so little from a man that whoever they dating, because there's not enough of us out there.
Oh,
that's a lie.
I'm asking, how true is that?
That's like Bigfoot myth.
Yeah.
Okay.
How true is that?
Oh, wow.
So
that's a lie.
So it's just a lack of quality good guys out there. So once you actually grab available person, a warm body, then you cling on to them like it's gold. It's going out of style.
That sounds desperate and sad.
Family, what y'all think? He just threw another zinger out there on this topic tonight. Please chime in. Terry just said, when we were dating, I made more money, but I didn't take him out on dates. That's the man's job. But I would buy him gifts like a new watch or his favorite snacks. Okay. All right. Latosha said, in my Luther Vandross voice, a house is not a home. Dennis Barton, thank you for joining us on
Hey,
the
Dennis,
RoundTable.
412 in the house.
Thank you. Checking in on the red line from the bird. I'm no cow. Nobody's milking me. Boy, coming from up there. He dropped
That's
it.
right.
That's right.
Julia Ayton, thank you for joining us at the RoundTable, boy. We are rolling. Latosha just said, that's a lie, honey. There is plenty of men out here.
That's right. Good man.
Hey, I'm just quoting. I didn't say.
Yeah. That made an excuse. That was an excuse.
Charlie 2 just said, happy spouse, happy house. Those roles in my household growing up was we all had roles.
Right.
So everybody was responsible.
Everybody contributing where you live.
That's right. That's
Mhm.
right. Latosha dropping knowledge. She said, dust settles no a real woman or man, or no real woman or man. So basically she said no. I'm sorry, y'all. This thing's coming in quick. This is like one after the other. Tammy just chimed in.
Okay.
All right.
All right, y'all, get ready. She said, he is just trifling, but that is what she allows. And if you settle for something, you settle for anything.
Woo!
Tammy dropping jewels.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Wow.
So you said the bonnet's still on.
Bunny slippers,
Bunny
pajamas.
Nothing comes from the kitchen.
Nothing in the
No
kitchen.
smell or
We
nothing.
got no smell.
No smell.
This is so insane.
Ugh.
Is the soap opera still on?
TV probably on.
Bun
Dr.
buns,
Phil or something?
Probably something on. Movie, whatever.
bun buns on the coffee table.
Bomba, coffee table.
Yeah, the leftover wrappers and stuff just sitting to the side.
You know, let me tell you guys. When my husband and I got married and I agreed to be a stay-at-home, a homemaker, a housewife, whatever you want to call it, my mother was like, I don't care if you are at home all day, your husband should not leave you. He should not see you how he left you.
Whoa, I heard that.
So even if it was nothing but t-shirts and jeans, and you know, I got my hair pulled back prior to dreads. She was like, he should not come home and see you how he left you. And that was something that I stuck with, and even being with my girls. You know, we'll have designated bum days where it's like, you know, everybody put on pajamas, we're gonna watch movies or whatever, but it's like, I still want y'all to get up and take a shower, put on something, you know, even if it's just lounge wear, because it's just, to me, it still is a mental thing that breaks you out of. Right. And I didn't believe this until I had children, that making up your bed starts your day.
This is true.
If you walk out the house, and I know there's been sometimes some people, you're going to rush you out. But the majority of the time, if you had time and you make your bed up, you'll do something else.
Right.
You'll at least do one other thing.
It sets the tone.
It sets the tone for the rest of the day. Yeah. So, you know, it's. I think it's about what's allowed in your home. You know, I've never been that person. Have I had days where I'm just like, I don't feel like doing anything? Yes. But I just never been that person. And I have a husband that will probably let me ride a little bit, but he's going to say something. He's going to say, look, we need to talk.
Yeah.
It's not going to go down. It's about how and what you allow in your house.
That's true.
That is deep.
That's true.
So Latosha just said, life has no shortcuts at all, not even a nice meal. So grow up and put in the work.
Yeah.
No television in bedroom or dining room. Learn from each other to enjoy each other's company.
Hold up. I got a TV in my bedroom.
I do. That's kind of hard right there.
He didn't want it, but I need it because sometimes we're not on the same sleep pattern. So if I'm going to be upstairs, I'm going to watch TV.
So Charlie too just said, if your role was domestic, then that house is run like you have a domestic engineer.
Yep, absolutely.
So Charlie just dropped that.
Man,
Absolutely.
Domestic engineer.
Absolutely.
All right. If your role is provider, then you should provide the means to assist the household.
Yep.
Latosha just chimed in and said, if you have order at home, you will have order in your daily life.
Look, Latosha and Charlie. I mean, it's like y'all going blow for blow out here.
It's like if you were a bum, you getting hit from left and right, just
Yeah.
like that.
Taking it.
Hopefully this will wake anyone who is not chiming in but maybe viewing or may view later.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to know if you're a bum or not, I'm pretty sure this is laid out by now. You should be able to say, yeah, I'm a lazy bum. I need to change that.
Need to change it.
Mm-hmm.
So Terry just said, CJ said it affected his money because I take all his money. He gave me his debit card and just said, make sure to pay the bills. Again, that's that partnership again. Because one is making sure that if he can go out and do it, you can make sure it's getting done here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, how you doing, man? Shouts out to him. He was under the weather today. He had to go to the emergency.
Aw.
So
So I feel better.
Yeah.
Charlie too is like, say that your mom was given knowledge, and then Latosha said, yes, good job, Charlie. So they're the tag team tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we got Terry coming in, so it might be even a triple threat
There you
like
go.
we used to do at NWA. Wrestling. Yeah, I went back. So yeah, that's interesting though, because I think that's very wise, and I think it's a testament to in regards to our spouses. I think a lot of times we tend to forget that what we do affects our spouses. So like that whole perception, you just laid it out, sis. That's very important.
You need to do, for people who are thinking about marriage or going to get married, and for people who are married. It sounds cliche, but it's really not. Think about what you do, because you are not just doing it for you. You are joined, you are a union. It is for you and your spouse. It may be something that you like. It may be something that your spouse isn't interested in, but the fact that you're doing something that you want to do is putting you in a good mood for them. They're going to still reciprocate from something.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes down to money, my husband had a different method of budgets than I did. And I had to really just check myself and be like, okay, you got a man that is like not shady with his money, not withholding anything, trying to like make sure everybody got what they need. You need to be respectful of what you're spending out of the account, what you're doing. And I prior felt like I'm not asking nobody for no permission. I'm not going to do that. That was my attitude. And that is like, you have a man who's working hard outside the house, and then you're making him work just as hard, because now it's time to try to figure out where he thought there was, $4,000. There's $3,800, because that $200 you went and did whatever. So, maturing, and once you start getting on the same page of things you want to do and have, you can't do that. What you do affects your spouse, and you make your house.
There you go. So Charlie just chimed in. Latosha just said tag team. Yes. Charlie says setting the bar low is settling, and when finances get involved, you intro an opportunity to resentment
or to do less.
Good point. Terry just said, "Wait, we need a TV in our bedroom. Watching TV together is our bonding time." Latosha just said showing appreciation.
Yeah.
Latosha just said that.
Snoring.
Snoring.
That's another show, okay?
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Shout out to Nicole Bradley for sharing at the roundtable. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Nicole.
Again, share with everybody right now. Our goal is to get to 1,000 followers, 1,000 likes by Friday. We're almost there. We're about this much away. So if you can keep on. Latosha just says showing appreciation goes a long way. You already have a hardship on the outside. The home should be at peace on the inside.
Your kingdom. It should be your kingdom when you walk up in both parties. It should be your kingdom whenever you get off of doing whatever.
And appreciation is free. So when you are having these financial difficulties, or you are you know, that person that's trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, you know, that person that may not have it or isn't doing with their part, your appreciation is free.
There you go.
Sometimes
You know?
that's the best gift in the world.
Sometimes the best gift in the world. So you don't have to figure out, well, how am I going to do this? I want to get her this. I want to do that. Or I want to get him this. I want to get him that. A lot of times, another branch from the topic is, I think people get in relationships and they try to live beyond their means.
Good point. Yes.
So when you're settled in a relationship, if you're unrealistic about how you want to live, or let's say how you want to pay for the type of life you want to have, then you'll wind up having less money too.
That's true.
This is very true. And shouts out, I'm gonna go ahead and do a shameless plug. Shouts out to my wife, because I remember one of the things that really attracted me to her before we got married was the fact that she took care of me when I had to have serious surgery, and I was laid up and didn't have anybody, but she was just like, yo, and I was kind of shocked myself because she could have took me. I ain't gonna be lying. She could have took my money and ran, but she paid all my bills while I was laid up. Made sure the car payment was done, my rent was taken care of, groceries in the fridge, whatever the case may be. And it's one of those things that when you're down and out or you have less than, and for her to be able to go do it. Now, granted, I mean, she didn't use her money, she used my money, but the fact that she went and did it, her time, her energy, she was working third shift at the time. And, to recognize that, okay, this happened with him at his lowest point, and then you get together and you build something, to me, that speaks volumes. So it's that appreciation.
Right.
And that's the reason why I treat her like the queen she is, because she did not have to do it, but she did it. So, I think that's a testament.
I'm glad you had a woman and not.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, you would have got.
Hey, there was some back in the day.
You would have got.
They would have got me, boy. So, my hat's off and my love to my queen in regards to that. Tammy just said, for those women who say they rather have half a man than no man at all, have low self-esteem. I'd rather have a whole man and we work together to make things better. Drop.
True that. True that.
Here go Philip, my cousin. Sometimes you can be overzealous in the start of a relationship doing everything for your partner. That could cause a person that is at home and not contributing to the table, basically working, may cause them to become used to the person contributing the most, become settled, and not change the tone of the relationship.
Another interesting take.
And the overzealous person, once it stopped being fun, you want to look at that person, and now you want to talk about, well, you don't do this and you don't do that, and I've been doing this and I've been doing that. But you have to look at your part. Look at your part and what and why that person may be how they are. And that happens a lot, Philip, and it's on both sides. It's men and women.
Yes, it is indeed. So, Tangi, what's going on, Tangi? Tangi Watts.
Hey, Jans.
That publicist extraordinaire joined us on At the Round Table. Oh, nigga, my wife, she said, love you, baby.
He about to cry.
We're going to take a station break right now. Yeah. Oh, she even went even further. She said, dinner is waiting here for you. Y'all better go on here. We shutting this thing down now. Good night, everybody. Oh, thank you, babe. Tammy Lawrence just chimed in again. It's called You Can't Keep Up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what they are doing to make their money.
Yep. Or you don't know if they're struggling like you.
That's right. They could be living hand to foot, paycheck to paycheck as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, money.
Yes, sir.
Man, your topic is getting fire right now, boy. Look at all these comments. Over 141 comments flowing and stuff. Yeah, what you think, man? I know you did some research now. I know you did something to contribute to, because that's what A Money does.
Oh, man.
He's the facts.
He's the facts.
I was spitballing this time.
What?
Yeah.
Man.
I'm shocked.
Hey,
I know,
hey.
it's shocking me too.
Dang.
Yeah. I mean,
He likes to know.
yeah, I know. But hey, the people have been speaking up on it.
They have, man. They really have. I've been impressed by it. So let me throw a monkey wrench in there then, because we talk about selling and we're talking about how it affects the money. So so far we've seen and we've talked more about the selling and in a negative connotation.
Yeah.
Let's talking about selling and when it affects the money and it's becoming positive, it's prosperous, it's growth. Let's give some examples in regards to that. So people, let's flip the script. How has selling been positive for you in regards to your relationship, or if you were in a relationship, or other individuals?
Female part, queen aspect.
There you go.
So the queen's part was her now husband is older, and she didn't have anybody but her. She was always been blessed, graduated from college, was able to be hired right from her internship where she had a job. So you're right out of college and you're already at 50 and 60 grand. So she's always had money. She's always, she saved, but she just kind of blew through it because she knew exactly what she wanted. She got the stuff that she needed, a place to stay, a car. But, outside of that, she was just going through money. Met her husband. He taught her how to invest her money. He taught her how to save it in different other financial vehicles. He taught her, how to set a budget, how to set a spending budget, how to set a vacation budget, how to set, a pleasure budget. Like he's taught her all those things. And within, she said 6 months, she was able, she'll never forget, she went to the bank and she went to grab some money out. And she said she had to look at her, millennials, they don't really do banks and ATMs anymore at all now. At this point, it's everything over the phone.
Right.
And she said she'll never forget that this is on that cusp of, people start trying to wean off of debit cards now and start going to electronic money. She looked at her receipt, from her ATM, and she thought it had made a mistake. She actually went into the bank and was like, I think I made a mistake. They went through every transaction, showed her that this was money that had been coming in. These are your deposits. These are that. And she was saying that she did not even really feel a huge change in her lifestyle. He taught her that. They were able to get married, and right now they're doing extremely well financially. And if it was not her finding the king that was financially savvy, she maybe would have found some other type of person that could do the same thing. But it's nothing like learning and growing with your partner, with your spouse.
Yes.
So she had a positive.
That was positive. So Terry just says, struggling, I found, has its benefits. When we were making the most, we weren't at our happiest in our relationship. It was toxic. However, going through our absolute lowest forced us to work on us. And as things are selling again, we are the happiest we've ever been.
Yay.
That's good to hear. That's, man, it's almost like,
I'm about to cry again.
I'm not going to cry. But it seems like that wisdom that has been around them from older individuals is starting to, and they're both, that's pretty cool. Wait a minute. Miss Ellerby, what's going on? Thank you for joining us at the round table. Man, the people are coming in. We're loving it. We're loving it. We're loving it. Hey, Money.
Yes, sir.
A positive from settling and money. What you got?
Positive for settling and money. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I would say just being on one accord and coming together. And it's as simple as making a budget. And that's the other thing that I was bad at initially. Me and my wife starting off, we would just spend with no care in the world. We would worry about paying the bills, but don't worry about it. Yeah, exactly. So after having an incident where the lights got turned off, that changed very quickly. So just actually going through an experience like that and coming together on one accord and actually putting your money together, putting it back, putting it into a savings, and actually watching growth happen within, your finances. I would say that's a positive growth. It's speaking on my end.
Gotcha. That's deep right there, boy. So Miss Elbert just joined us, and she says she's at a point in her life right now, so she needed to watch this. Thank you.
Wow.
Dang, that
Oh wow.
Mm.
Appreciate that.
we appreciate it. Definitely share it with your friends and family and such. Let them know because again, it's the People's Podcast.
Right.
We just want to share this and hopefully everybody grow from it. Dang, a positive. I would say a positive would be just I'm like when Renee and I got married years ago. I was making good money. I'm not gonna lie, and she was doing well. But and I was sharing this with somebody today. It took me being laid off. It kind of shakes you.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you a realization that nothing is forever.
Yep.
And from there, I had to get real creative. I mean, I got a great settlement, of course, package rather, but that money is not forever, and it runs out very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So and then I don't know about y'all, but my wife is a very what's the word? She's led by the spirit, and a lot of times she has that ability to kind of like she's very well, baby. It's like I trust you, but I'm your wife. So it's like one of those things in which it was like, man, okay, yeah, I'm supposed to be her protector, so I need her to be comfortable. Let me go out here and get this grind on. And I think from it, we grew. We had our moments, but we grew closer because of it. It was an understanding that I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna get this grind on. I'm gonna find this thing, and I'm gonna get us where we need to be.
Mm-hmm.
And she was worried about her hair, and she was wanting to cut back and stuff. I was like, no, you do you. If we got to sacrifice, let me make the sacrifice before you make the sacrifice and such. So it's one of those things. I think as time went on and we got back to where we were, and we saw the hardship. And it got us closer together, and it was like we rode the storm,
Right.
And then now here we are, and we look back on it and we kind of reminisce, and we hopefully share that with other people so they can understand, especially the younger people.
Right.
I think it's very important.
Yeah.
Miss Elby said well, what is needed when there is one mate stronger than the other, and you can never see eye to eye only because the stronger mate has enabled the weaker mate. I hate to say it for so long. What do you say about that? She said, let me know if I need to elaborate more.
I think that, if I may,
Mm-hmm.
I feel that when you have strengths and weaknesses,
Mm-hmm.
those need to be addressed, but they also need to be respected.
Mm.
I also feel that you really don't have a strength or a weakness. You just have a heightened ability. And when you start saying strength and weakness, you start feeling either superior and inferior, and you're not going to work together. Right. So your heightened ability to handle money better than me means that I have a heightened ability in something else. You have to find that yin and yang in order for you guys to level out the playing field.
That's right.
Never say that you're weak, because you're not.
Right.
But you respect the fact that you can do this, because I'm pretty sure the strong person in the question that she's proposed is they're probably the breadwinner as well. They make the most money. Mm-hmm. And that's why they feel that they're stronger.
Right.
That has nothing to do with it.
Not at all.
Nothing to do with it.
Not at all.
Mm-hmm. And I, have said in different like marriage groups and this and the other, as a woman, your role is defined by God. Mm. Whether you making the money the most or not. A husband or a man is to provide. They get what we need. They get the house. They build the house, but we make it a home. Mm. He gets the bacon, but we make it a meal. He help you make the family, but you're the one that raises it and nourishes it. So you're never weak. You just have a different ability and a different contribution in this. So the playing field needs to be leveled out, number one, where there isn't a weak or a strong. And you need to say, okay, you're good at that. I trust you in doing that. And then it needs to say, you know what? Well, you're good at this. I trust you in doing that. It's a joke. My husband's great with money. I'm great with numbers. I'm also great at shopping, but I'm like bargaining. So the things that we used to fight about or used to look at each other with the eyebrow, it's, we need XYZ. This is what we're set with for our budget to spend on that. Guess what? Now it's my turn to go and find the best deal, the best quality, because I love to shop. Mm-hmm. But somebody looking at it negative would be like, oh, she's spending your money. Mm-hmm.
Good point.
You know what I
Ooh,
mean?
I like that.
Good job.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Charlie just said the same. She said, yes, identify the strengths and weaknesses that help you both grow. Very good. And then Latosha just said, we'll put on the respect. And then, hey, Tavon Digsby, what's going on? You joined at the round table. I did, Clem. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna throw a like out there. No, you know what? I'm gonna put a heart on it. Let's put some love on that
Heart.
thing right there.
Space.
Or love, or okay.
Hands.
All right, so Ms. Ellery just said, okay, what if the respect is there but never held the title of I'm stronger, but the communication sucks? Hate to say to make it more clear, people say I'm more of the male in my relationship, but my mate is the female. Okay. Well,
Own it. Own it.
I was about to say.
Own
You
it.
go to Pitbull and dress.
So you got me, you got Charlie Twos on here, okay? Now Latosha is here.
Mm-hmm.
You never disrespect your man.
That's right.
And I'm not a man. So I have strong or dominant qualities, but I am never disrespectful to my man when it comes down to his role in the house. Mm-hmm. So regardless of whether you're making the money or he's making the most money, he is still the head of the household. And you are always to make sure that that man is understood and respected for that. If you have dominant qualities, it's hard sometimes, but you have to bind those qualities down because he has to be the man. And if you're always dominating him, he's never going to strengthen those abilities.
And if you wouldn't mind, elaborate on the communication portion also. I mean, are you
He
allowing?
probably shuts down.
Yes, that's what I'm kind of curious about as well.
Yeah, he probably shuts down. If he or she's being like, checked as the man of the thing, 9 times out of 10, he shuts down.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind elaborating on that portion.
Right, you don't mind.
Terry just said, I definitely get that. And Terry's the same way. She's the more vocal one in comparison to CJ in the relationship. Charlie too just said, yes, do not disrespect either. There's never a place for disrespect.
Nope.
Shouts out to Rhonda Coleman. Thank you for joining us on At the Round Table. I appreciate you. Lean Rivers, thank you for joining us.
What's up, little bro? Thank you.
They are coming on. They're coming on. Miss Ellerby just said, LaFrida just said, my fault. I'm gonna call you by your first name. I was getting real professional and proper, but I'm gonna say, hey, you part of the family now.
College
so
creams.
LaFrida. He chooses not to speak. I think that's interesting. That is very, very.
He chooses not to speak because he's not comfortable.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of as well. I mean, it has to be something that he feels is always one-sided for him, not to want to engage with you in conversation in order to resolve whatever's going on.
So he's checked out. He said, I'm not fighting. I'm not going to, say anything. I don't want to deal with it. He's checked out. So you guys, honestly, I've been married for 19 years, not so much on this actual topic, but those same behaviors. You have to come to an understanding and you have to let him speak, whether he communicates by writing it down first, so that way he can have a comfortable way to express himself. And then from there, maybe it eventually grows into you guys going back and forth. You cannot speak when he speaks. And if you have something that you're usually interjecting or you're like, no, well, let me explain, still don't say anything. Have a piece of paper and pen or pencil handy and you write it down. So when it is your turn to speak, you can address those points.
And one other thing too, I think you mentioned it on a prior episode too. And whenever you have those type of situations, it's important to approach your significant other with love. With love,
dip your words in honey.
That's right.
That's right. That is right.
It goes a long way.
It goes a long way.
Very much so. And that goes for, the brothers as well. Brothers, even if you are the individual that makes a lot of money, I love the way Sis said this, it doesn't matter, because the same amount of money that you're making that you think makes you so powerful is the same thing that will keep you from having that type of relationship that you could share with your children's children. I think that's very important because, I've been fortunate enough to work with a lot of men in my life that have been like CEOs and CFOs and such. And the one thing that I noticed out of all of them is the fact that they were on their second and third wives. And there's a reason behind that,
Mhm.
because there's no money in the world that can take the place of having that significant other by your side through the rough times. And you have to pay attention to them. You have to love on them. So a lot of times they think, oh, money, that's another thing too. When you sell in a relationship and you got somebody who makes a lot of money, a lot of times the guy, he's thinking, oh, well, yeah, I'll make this money. I'll make her happy. Go get your hair done, baby. Go eat here. You want to go work out at, blah, blah, blah. Here you go. But what about that quality time with them?
The self. You got to give yourself.
It's
about investment, and the investment, people who are the quote unquote breadwinners, your investment in your money, your partner or your spouse invest that in their time and their emotions. So if you're making $100K a year, guess what? They're giving you $100K a year in their time and their emotions.
That's
so
right.
You're always equal.
Mm-hmm.
You are always on the same playing field, but you have to think of yourself. And if and when you start to say, I respect you for what you do and what you have, and you start looking at the value of what they put in versus the value of what your bank account says, then you'll have legacy.
That's right. So LaFrida just said he has always been in toxic relationships, and I'm the opposite. So I feel like he doesn't know how to respond.
Counseling.
That's it.
Counseling.
Y'all need to go to counseling.
And another thing, taking consideration too, sis, is that a lot of times when people are in those type of relationships and they don't know how to communicate, it is because those things are they're like a wall,
An anchor, yes,
or an anchor that is keeping them from getting to the blessing, which is you. So,
and there are also triggers.
Very much so. So you have to be patient with them a lot of time. Like the Bible says, patience and long suffering. In order to get them through that, you have to understand that you may be the only thing that is getting them through that rough season, and both of y'all get to where y'all need to be. It's gonna be hard, but
yeah.
You need couples counseling.
Yeah.
And LaFrida, that's the first name.
Frida Ellerby, yes.
Yeah, we appreciate you even sharing that with us,
yes.
because that's a brave step.
Yes,
that is.
I hope that we and the rest of our family out there provided you some insight and some hopeful advice in resolving the matter.
LaFrida, also later on, we have a lot of people who aren't able to catch us live, but they'll watch the show later and they still comment. So my suggestion is to go back later on tonight or even tomorrow and see if there are some comments. I suggest to you that you and your husband, you guys start to have couples counseling so you can be given the tools to work through your problem. Just was speaking to a sister earlier today at lunch. Counseling is not a cure, but it does provide you tools to work through to get there.
That's right.
Certainly be keeping you in prayer.
Yes.
Your husband.
Amen. And with that being said, y'all, I hate to do this. It looks like there was some more statements coming in. She said, "Thank you, sis." We've got to get ready to wrap things up. It's unfortunate, but we hope that we were good stewards over the gifts that we've been given, which is our ability to dialogue with each other, hence the roundtable, and hopefully share with you guys as well. I think it's been an amazing topic. Shouts out to my bro over here.
Yes. Thank you. One parting gift. For those that have signed on and haven't yet liked or followed us, please do. Please like and follow us. Please share. You have the opportunity. Again, we posted a link to Queen Cities Awards, as well as we're asking for your nomination and your vote for Podcast of the Year.
Yep.
Yeah. And Charlie too just closed out saying another great show. Framley.
Charlie Twos, I say that too. Framley. That's my word.
Up the hearts and everything. Man, I've been emotional during this.
So we'll bring Kleenex next time.
Please do.
Okay.
Thank
you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
And Charlie, hit me on mine. And we'll get that. We want to get that package over to you. Oh yeah, and last but not least, guys, if you get a chance and share and such, we always want to pick out someone that we want to identify as part of the At the Roundtable family, because again, it's the People's Podcast.
Yes. So
stay tuned. We will be making that announcement Monday as far as who won the next package for the At the Roundtable podcast show. And and then Terry just chimed in and said, "Hey y'all, don't forget to get some mugs."
Boom, that's right. Thank you, Terry. I forgot.
So with that being said, another great show. Thank y'all for doing what y'all do. Love y'all to death. Mean it. Y'all my family.
That's right.
And y'all stay tuned. We'll be posting this once again. We're going to do a watch party on this once again, and then we'll have this posted on YouTube as well. You can definitely let people know about it now. Again, it's the People's Podcast, and
We do it for you.
We do it for you.
love y'all. Mean it.
Bye bye.